Everything trends to zero against Bitcoin. I talk about Bitcoin pretty much every day, and I urge you guys to get into Bitcoin as soon as possible because Bitcoin is based on solid fundamentals. But these are abstract ideas, and many people don't get them, and they have to see number go up in order to finally get incentivized to get into Bitcoin. So I realized that's one of the effective ways to show people that Bitcoin is going to eat up pretty much everything. Everything is gonna trend to zero against Bitcoin, is to show you this in chart terms. So you are going to see it. So in this video, I'm going to show you some major assets that are actually trending against Bitcoin. So let's get into it. I'm here in trading view, and as you can see, I have here the dollar. Now, of course, I don't need to show you the chart of the dollar to know that it's trending to zero against Bitcoin. The dollar is infinite. They print the dollar every time they need it. They print trillions of dollars every year. So it will obviously go to zero against Bitcoin. The real inflation rate is approximately 7%. I made a video on inflation. You can check it out here if you are new to the channel. And so, of course, the dollar is going to zero. Everything is getting expensive year after year, especially assets, because all the newly printed money goes to assets instead of consumer goods. But even consumer goods are also getting more expensive year after year, but assets are skyrocketing. So the next thing I have here is the S&P 500. Now, as you can see, the S&P 500 is also trending to zero against Bitcoin. It's also priced in Bitcoin, it's going down. That means Bitcoin, when you price anything against sound money, which is Bitcoin, it's going to go down because Bitcoin will keep going up, and Bitcoin is sound money and it's capped at 21 million. It will never be more supply than that. So that's why, as you can see here, the S&P is going down against Bitcoin. The dollar is going down against Bitcoin. Gold is also going down against Bitcoin, as you can see here. And even one of the best performing stocks in the recent decades is Apple stock, and it's also going down against Bitcoin. So basically, everything is trending down against Bitcoin. You can either buy Bitcoin now when it's still cheap, $100,000. I'm trading around $108,000 now, but it's still cheap. As long as it's less than $1 million, $5 million, $10 million, $20 million, it's still cheap, and you still have an opportunity to start stacking Bitcoin now in 2025. Keep stacking consistently. You have this 20 years window in which you can stack Bitcoin, as much Bitcoin as you can. In 20 years, it's not going to be cheap. And in 20 years, most companies, most individuals would have already bought a shit ton of Bitcoin, and the price would have gone parabolic already. So you are running against time. You need to start buying Bitcoin now. You need to start doing some kind of strategy. I made a video where I talk about 3 strategies that you can do to buy Bitcoin without leverage. If you want to use leverage to buy Bitcoin, you can also do that, but do it at your own risk. If you want to take a loan against your house or against your bank deposits or whatever, just do it in a just try to manage your risk, but try to get as much Bitcoin as you can right now and keep doing it on a consistent basis for the next 10-20 years. I will guarantee you that you are going to become extremely wealthy, and your children and grandchildren are going to thank you for what you have done. In Morocco, and I don't think just in Morocco, but in many places, we joke with our friends. We say, where was my grandfather when land was dirt cheap and he didn't buy it? Well, your children and grandchildren are going to say the same thing about Bitcoin. Where when Bitcoin was cheap? Where were you when Bitcoin was $1 or $100 or $1,000 or $600? And where were you when Bitcoin was just $100,000, which is nothing? In the future, it's going to be worth millions. So Bitcoin now is still cheap. And as you can see in the charts, everything is going down against Bitcoin. So act now, stop procrastinating, subscribe to my channel so I can remind you that you need to buy Bitcoin, and I can of course educate you on everything you need around Bitcoin and economics and money. And send this video to a friend or two, and see you in the next one. Take care.